Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Mr. Robot. I come to you today very tired. I mean, very, very tired. It's been some days and I am feeling it. But nevertheless, we're going to do this. We're going to jump into another reaction video for Mr. Robot. Last time on, we had like a silent movie heist. It was a lot of fun, very interesting, a good way of depicting the dynamics between Mr. Robot, well, Elliot, I should say. Told you I was tired, Jesus. The dynamics between Darlene and Elliot were explored through that lack of dialogue and just seeing them work together. That was a good time. There was a foot chase. Elliot just ran for days. We also got the continued Price setting up the meeting with the Deus group and what that's going to entail. We had Dom trying to go about her life whilst doing work for the Dark Army, but she seems to be taking down some notes, keeping some secrets from them, and maybe she's going to use that against them at some point. And then last but not least, Vera showed up at the end of the episode, seemingly capturing Krista in an effort to use her to get to Elliot. So that's going to be fun, right? Fun! Before we jump into this one, please remember to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the reaction and the review to the episode that happens afterwards. Consider subscribing and then you won't miss any future videos I upload. Here's the best way to support. Let me know you like this stuff. Also, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this episode and all of that good stuff. I would love to hear from you guys. Oh, and there's links down below to all the other things that I do. Check those out if you want, you know. Nice to see you there. Be nice. Without further ado though, let's do this. Let's jump in, see what Vera, I presume, is going to be up to, and yeah, this whole looming feeling of dread that is overcoming me and feeling like someone is not going to get out of this alive and makes me nervous. Yay. Let's do that.
I'm going to tell you a story. Story of a true Xmas miracle. This is the tale of a bully and a little bitch.
Oh, here we go. Vera's straight on it right away.
This bully owned that bitch like a Lincoln Continental, but something happened to change it all. Something little bitch loved more than anything before family, God, and country was baseball.
Did you pick up the baseball bat and start using it for beatings?
And looked under his little tree. Guess what he found? An Eastern Magnum aluminum baseball bat.
Yep. I feel like I've called where this is going.
And just as the bully made his way up to him, blood dripping down the bow still wrapped around that bat.
The fact that this man can make cutting up fruit threatening.
Cracked his skull open, popped his eyeball out on home plate.
Thanks. Thank you for that Christmas tale. I feel seasonal now.
We all have a purpose in this world, and it's our lot in life to wait for the cosmos to reveal what that is.
Still on that cosmos shit, huh? Still on that predestined, we all have a purpose.
But you don't have to look.
That's how I shall justify my actions.
I'm gonna break Elliot. And you gonna be my aluminum bat.
Thought you wanted him to join willingly. Breaking doesn't sound willing. Fucking Vera, dude. This guy. I want Elliot to wreck his life after what happened. Oh, right, yeah, Dom's after you.
Ellie.
And fucking, oh my god.
Long time no see.
Okay.
Listen, just so you know, I'm full-time freelance now. Only loyalties to the almighty paper. So hang on my number. Should you need anything, you know I'm your guy.
Leon? Leon joining the team? Joining the team? He doesn't work for the Dark Army anymore. We can use him. Get him on the team. Avengers this shit. Get him on. God damn it.
How did you get in here?
Where's your brother?
I mean, Darlene, you know that she's working for the Dark Army, technically.
You can't call this into the FBI. If the Dark Army finds out about that crime scene, they're gonna send someone.
They already did.
Mm-hmm. Darlene, you know what's happening here. Come on now, you were there. All right, our only hope here is that Dom will see an opportunity to join up with the team, get herself out of her predicament, and maybe it will all work out.
I brought peppermint mochas.
Please, God, let this be Elliot just looking for some more human connection, morality, and not doing... Oh, he looked right at the camera. He looked right at the camera. That makes me nervous. That makes me nervous. Oh, God.
It's about your clients.
My clients.
At Cyprus National Bank.
It's not going to go well, is it? This is not going to go well.
Told you where I work.
They're a criminal enterprise that uses their power and wealth to run the world without anyone knowing it.
I mean, he's trying to be honest, but it does sound crazy.
Civil War in the paramilitary massacre in El Salado. I'm already on their proxy server. I just need him to log in so I can swipe his credentials. Olivia, they're using you.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
They're using me.
That was also true. That is also true. Everyone is using her right now.
This conversation's over. Get the fuck out.
I mean, it's a reasonable response. It's a reasonable response to what he's just said. He kind of unloaded that in a very blunt, forceful kind of way.
What happens if you fail a drug test?
Oh no, Elliot, don't do this. Don't do this, Elliot.
If you test positive for oxy...
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm 8 years clean.
No, you're not.
Oh, he spiked the drink. He spiked the drink. Oh, Elliot, why? I know you're desperate. I know you're desperate, but you should have at least given her the chance to try and figure this out for herself.
You drugged me.
Oh my Christ. Why?
You're gonna call your boss in Cyprus. You're gonna get him to log into the bank website. And that's it.
This was not the best way to do this, Elliot. I don't know what other options you had, but still, I'm tense all over. I hate this.
This was the fastest way to convince you.
I was kind of hoping that maybe he was, like, lying and didn't actually drug her. And, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. That was rough. That was rough to watch.
The higher-ups want Elliot, not his sister. I don't suppose she's mentioned where he is yet.
I can get his location off her phone.
Interesting. Well, then I'll be there with my team to collect the phone.
And her?
Kill her.
Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen somehow. That might be a step too far for Dom.
Don't feel 100% like last time. You should let me know right now so I can set aside the time to kill your mother and your entire family.
Oh my fucking god, Jesus Christ. Ugh. She's so creepy. She's so creepy.
What the fuck? Wait, fucking wait! Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Keeping my family safe. On your knees!
Darlene, you knew that this could be an option, right? You were there.
I'm here because of you.
I know.
You did this to me.
I know! Give me a chance to make it right. I can get you out of this.
There's no way out.
We are gonna take down the Dark Army once and for all. It's happening tonight. It's too late.
I mean, it sounds a little too
Dom,
good
it's
to be
not
true.
too late.
It sounds a little too good.
You don't need to do this. You are a good person. This isn't you.
Okay. Well, that's not death. Fucking Jesus Christ. This episode won't let go.
I know, but it's regardless.
Oh, God.
I wanna know. Okay, great. Merry Christmas.
Nothing will be traced to you.
You just drugged an addict.
You'll get through it.
You arrogant piece of shit. Maybe you can have a slip and it's not the end of the world, but I can't.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you worked for them.
Does she know, though? Is she aware of it?
Offshore bank in Cyprus? Oh, come on. You're not dumb.
I mean, this is true.
Sure, a part of you's always known. You needed a job, they were paying well. That's how they do it, that's their business model. They back everyone into a corner until all that's left is for us to compromise ourselves.
I wonder how many people you've had to hurt to get what you want.
Yeah, you on the list? Don't worry, I feel that guilt is in there, bubbling away. I mean, if he can stop them, I guess he'll think it is worth it, but I'm enjoying the nuance of this particular drama that is happening.
Go ahead.
Oh no, please don't. Please don't do what I think this is going to be. I know what's in that bathroom. I know what's in that bathroom. Can we please not?
This would have all been simpler if she wasn't so deep in denial about who she's working for.
There it is. That sense of dread. Maybe that dread is a good thing.
Fucking it has happened, hasn't it? She's... Please, God.
You realize
why did I know that this was coming? Why did I know that this was exactly what was going to happen?
That means you still had one.
Fuck's sake. Oh, Elliot, please. Why?
Up ahead is only darkness.
I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset.
Morphine addiction, jail time, dead daddy. You giving me the knockoffs, girl. I want the...
You know, I had to stop seeing him because he scared me so much.
You weren't scared of him! You loved his ass!
Just because you were bullied as a kid.
You gonna do the
Because
psychologist?
people hurt
Oh my
you.
Lord, Krista, go in!
Until that day you swung a bat and learned how to hurt them back. Doesn't mean it's going to work with me.
Fuck yeah, Krista. Fuck yeah. I mean, she might die and I don't want that to happen, but...
Miss Krista, are you calling me a little bitch?
Oh no. Oh no. Krista? Krista?
Not even my bitch can call me a little bitch. Oh my God! Maybe we should bring him in here. Maybe that's what will get you going.
Krista, this episode, I swear to God.
I was able to stop the bleeding.
Oh my God, she's alive. She's fucking alive. Oh my God. I can't take this. Jesus.
They were behind the massacre in El Salvador. My mom died there.
Oh my God, I knew it was going to be connected somehow.
I know.
Yep. When she said murdered in that last time,
Yeah.
I knew that was going to come back round. There it is.
I can stop them.
He can stop them, I believe, but he has well and truly stumbled into kind of fighting a little bit of evil with evil, a little bit. And I feel like there has to be consequences to that.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Oh, she's fucking hitting it out of the park, this actor. God damn.
You know I may work for monsters, but you are one. The worst kind because you don't even know it.
He's very blinded by his goals. But like I say, I'm sure there's going to be consequences to this, and I'm sure the guilt of it all is brewing and will come out in some way.
Oh, damn. Your boy's upset you didn't let him in.
Well, at least he's safe. For now, at least he's safe.
The bully woke up in the hospital. And it was right then when Lil Bitch walked in. Lil Bitch just walked right up to his bully's bed. He held his hand. Just like so.
So fucking intense.
Gentle like.
Jesus.
He looked at him and said, I see you now. From that moment on, he owned that bully for life. Me and Elliot are linked on a spiritual plane.
Uh-huh.
I gotta break him so I can build him up. I need to wound his soul so I can be the one to heal him. Now you know what I want. You do that, I got no reason not to turn you loose.
I don't know if I trust him. I mean, he's been very intense today, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I trust anything he says. Do not trust this man. Do not trust him. He was in here carving up your fruit like a maniac.
Go to the filing cabinet in my office.
I'm wondering what he's going to try and use, though, because I mean, Darlene is an option. Angela's gone. Guess it's past. Stuff about his past.
Mr. Robot.
That'll be it. That'll be it.
That is how you'll break him.
Alright, well that'll be interesting. I would love to see Mr. Robot go full Mr. Robot on Vera. I mean, let that beast out. Let that beast out on him.
You know, that night we spent together, I know you probably think of it as the worst night of your life. When I think about it, it was...
Don't.
the last time I remember actually feeling good.
Oh boy, these two. God damn it.
Just using me.
Yes. But she might mean it as well, and it's hard to know.
It was more than that.
You got the jump on me, and before I knew what was happening, it was over.
What are you talking about? You want me to shoot you?
It's the only way. Come on, I'm running out of time. You have to kill me.
I'm not fucking killing
What?
you. Let's go. We can make a
What?
run for it.
I can't do it. Please, Darlene, just pull the fucking trigger. I can't. Just pull the fucking trigger! Tom, please. Pull the fucking trigger! I can't do it.
Well, that's awkward. Shoot him, darling. Shoot him! Get them all!
Well, I was not expecting this. I want you to understand, I mean you no ill will. My instructions were to find your brother.
Well, in that case, my phone's not gonna do you any good. I just wiped it.
Well, there goes that. Now you need her alive. Good play. Good job, Darlene.
Huh.
Oh my god, this episode is just... my stomach is turning. God damn it.
Was kidnapped by someone you know, Fernando Vera. He wanted to know everything about you, everything I knew. I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a choice. He had a gun.
Where are you right now?
I don't know. Downtown, I think.
I can meet you at Washington Square Park. Can you get there?
I think so.
This sounds like part of a trap. This sounds like part of a trap. Elliot, you're walking into a big old bear trap.
There's no way he's just gonna let her go. I know.
Okay, he knows. I figured he would.
Did we change under pressure, or did this only reveal who we really are? I don't know anymore. The one thing I do know is...
Hey! Hey!
Yep, well, there it is.
Get up, pal!
I mean, he has to put on a show. I think he was kind of expecting to get grabbed. But he has to make it seem like he wasn't expecting it. And there's the credits. There's them credits. Oh, good. They brought up the thing again. Good. Oh. My stomach is in knots. It's in knots. Actual physical knots. God damn it. Ugh. Well, wasn't that a delightful, not intense at all, relaxing episode of television? I hope we're all feeling good. I hope we all just feel fantastic after that one. Oh boy. Yeah, I think it goes without saying that that episode was just full on, grab you by the throat television, will not let go. Like, it's like just intense. My body was just it's grabbed the whole way through, nervous, just it was just a emotional roller coaster. Like, boy, like there wasn't a scene in this that wasn't intense in some way, shape or fashion. It was different forms of intensity and different ways of doing tension and getting that across to you, like be it an emotive one where you don't know how to feel about the character that you're rooting for because they're doing some shit that's like, oh my god, really? That you weren't kidding when you said you've gone over the line and that line has vanished, but has it really vanished? Because it looks like it is eating away at you, really. And then you've got two characters you support who are stuck between a rock and a hard place, both doing it for their family, and you want them both to succeed, and you just can't see a way out of it. And then that crescendos in a way where you're like, well, where's this gonna go next? And then you've got a villain who manages to be this big, like, in bright yellow costume, who's just like matches the personality, is just wildly insane, and you can't take your eyes off of what he's doing. And then you've got Krista, who you're just like, do not harm this woman. Dear God, she does not deserve it. She does not deserve to be in the middle of this. And this back and forth between the two of them where, you know, in the midway point, you're like, where's this going? Is she going to be able to get one over on him? Like, she knows how the brain works. She knows maybe how to get around him somehow using that, but then he swings right back. It'll bring you out in a sweat. Just bring you out in a sweat action. But let's go through the whole episode bit by bit, as always, and see what we think. So, opening scene, we have Vera telling a Christmas story about little bitch and his baseball bat. Clearly, like, Krista picks up on this as well, that it's somewhat that he is potentially, we don't know 100%, he may be being a unreliable narrator in this, but you get the sense that this was an event from his childhood, probably the moment where he realized the power he could hold over someone. And it didn't just stop with the beating using the bat, it went beyond that, which was interesting, where we came towards the end of the episode. But that whole opening scene is just, because Vera's been very much on the sidelines of everything so far this season, to really have him go in on a big monologue that expresses exactly where he's at this point, his larger-than-life character, and just how threatening he can be doing very mundane things, like just opening up fruit. Just like the moment he pulled out his knife, I was like, oh no, no, not like this, please. But it just kept going and going and going, and it's just like, oh, like, he's killing it. The actor's absolutely killing it. Like, he's loving getting to play this villain with this dialogue and just absolutely leaning into all of it. He's a super villain. He's an absolute super villain. Like, he could be on Batman. He could be in Batman, this guy. But yeah, he just holds your attention right there, and you're like, I do not know what he's going to do at any given moment. Even though I know he needs Krista, I don't trust him to not do anything. And it just, yeah, holds you, keeps you on the edge of your seat. And yeah, everyone did a great job, including Krista. It's, you know, in order to sell those moments, it's not only the performer doing the villain part that has to sell that, it's also the person who's being threatened has to sell it as well. And she was doing an incredible job as well with that. But overall, just a great way to set the tone of the episode, because it started there and did not let up, and it continued the theme of, like, duos of characters having conversations that just put you in a vice grip and just questioning morality, like what it does to push people to compromise themselves. Like, that seemed to be the biggest theme of this whole episode. Like, what will push you to compromise your own beliefs? We had Krista being pushed, giving up Elliot, what that would take. Also, a little sliver of what makes Vera tick as well. We got, like, an idea of his origins and what's going on with him. And then with Dom and Darlene, we've got their dynamic, two people who clearly do like each other, and if circumstances were different, they, you know, they may even be like a couple. But here they are in this situation, doing the best that they can, and they both feel trapped, and they want to help each other, but they can't find a way to help each other. just tragic. It's just tragic all the way through. And then we've got Elliot and Olivia, I'm fairly sure the character is called. Look, we've only met her once. I'm bad with names. We all know this. If you've been here a while, we all know this. Where, again, you want both characters to be okay. And I loved the nuance of all of that. So that was kind of the through line throughout all of this. We also got to see Leon again. We got to see Leon again at the start of the episode and purposefully gave us the, hey, I don't work for the Dark Army anymore. I'm freelance. I just all about those dollar bills. So if you need me, hit me up. Hit me up. And dear God, do I hope that happens. We need Leon on the team. Please, God, do not just set that up for no reason. Right? There's no way that they don't. There has to be a reason for that. So hopefully, once again, Leon will come in clutch for Elliot. And I think Leon, you know, I think Leon kind of likes Elliot. I'm fairly sure he likes him and, you know, might even do it for a discount price. Yeah, then from there, we really started getting into the scene between Elliot and Olivia, and I'm still just... Like I say, I was saying it in the reaction, just as the scene kept going and going, my stomach just turned and turned, just seeing Elliot go to this. Like, I was like, this is not good. Like, I think it was kind of intentional that if you're paying attention, you can sort of see where the scene's going to go and you kind of realize what's going to happen before the show reveals it to you, and you're just like, oh no, please, please. And that's the kind of tension that these scenes had, but it's also character based, and it's also watching Elliot rifle through his feelings about what he's doing whilst not actually ever saying anything, but Rami Malek doing an incredible job of just giving enough with his eyes and just small little movements to let you know that he's not comfortable with what he's doing here. He's questioning it, but he knows why he's doing it, and he's desperate, and he's justifying it to himself that way. Could he have handled the situation differently? Yes, absolutely he could have. He could have found a better way, but like, he's still kind of blinded by his goals and where that's taking him as a person, and just tragic all the way through, because, you know, what Elliot's doing is bad. I'd even go to say abhorrent. Like, like just drugging someone who was a recovered addict and using their child against them. None of this good. None of this good. You could, like, when she says you're a monster, like, valid thing to say to someone who is doing that. But like I say, the nuance comes in where you're like, he's trying, whilst doing all this to her, he's also trying to save her from this bigger evil, and that's how he's justifying it to himself. But also, again, plays into the theme of what has to happen for you to compromise yourself, and that's what it is for Elliot. Like, he's compromising the core values of himself that we saw in the previous seasons, where there are things that he would not do, and there are things he would fight against, including fighting against himself in previous seasons. And we're now at a point where a part of himself has become compromised, and it's been building that up by showing that his more sympathetic, empathetic side of himself is now seemingly in the Mr. Robot personality who isn't in control. And, you know, it's a whole thing. You could read so much into this. There's so much you could say about this, but coming fresh out of it, oh, just the tragic nature of the whole thing. And, you know, it does bring up the point of, she's smart enough to know what she was doing, and maybe she should have thought about that before getting involved. Then Elliot says, hey, even though that is true, this is what they do. This is what these people do. They back you into a corner so they can use you. Kind of exactly what I'm doing right now, but, you know, let's not mention that. Like, and, you know, it's the whole thing of Elliot having to use their methods against them, and the morality of that, the right and wrongness of that. And, you know, it's nuanced. It's like, what is the greater good and what is it worth, basically. And I like that there isn't necessarily a right answer, but there's certainly enough there that you could talk about it for days and days. I'd be fascinated to know how all of you felt about because it's such a one-to-one basis, it's a character that we got introduced to. Elliot clearly likes them. We like them as the audience, and he's doing these terrible things to her. So I would be interested to know how you guys all felt about that. Seeing that for the first time, where we're actually seeing him look someone in the eyes and do some not great things to them in order to achieve his goals. And then on the same kind of wavelength, the Dom and Darlene situation, where, you know, Dom's holding the power in the situation. It was a bit weird that Darlene was so flabbergasted by what was happening, because Darlene was present. She knows that Dom was recruited into the Dark Army. So I was a bit like, surely Darlene would put 2 and 2 together that Dom is there on behalf of the Dark Army, not the FBI. But apparently she didn't. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But the overall idea of the scene between them, or the scenes between them, is, again, 2 characters we like. We want to see them succeed. The threat over Dom with her family has that compromised her? Will she be willing to commit murder in order to protect them? And clearly we got the answer is that she can't do it. Maybe that's got something to do with her relationship with Darlene, that she can't do it, and she's willing to sacrifice herself to let Darlene get away and to protect her family. And ultimately, I mean, that kind of signifies to me that there is a line in the sand for Dom that she will not go over if she can avoid it, which I kind of always knew. And here we got the answer, like the definitive answer, that, you know, despite it all, despite the things that Dom has already done, she is not so easily compromised, which feels important. It feels important to keep that in mind, that she is a character who is still holding on to her true self, and this was just the explosion of that, like this whole moment here. And, you know, we like Dom. We all like Dom here, and yeah, I hope she gets to whoop that woman's ass. Full John Wick, please. But again, 2 great performances from both Dom and Darlene. Like the moment when Dom has got the gun to her head and they're both just in tears and like, this is not what I want. It's intense. Again, grabbed by the throat the whole way through, and back to the Olivia scene. The moment she said she was going to the bathroom, my heart sank. I knew exactly what that meant the moment she said it, and I was just kind of at first just choosing to ignore it, like, I don't want to accept this. I do not want to accept what's about to just happen. And then I just had to accept it. I just had to accept what was about to happen. And I was going to be so upset if she was dead. I was going to be so upset, especially after that other episode where it was so tender and gentle and nice, and oh god, it really got me, and but she's alive, and we had the confirmation of, like, when she mentioned that her mother had been murdered, I figured that would be a part of this in some way, and it was. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know after this if there's going to be any kind of happy resolution for Olivia and Elliot as characters in, like, I'm not expecting them to be in a relationship by the end of this or anything, because I don't think the ending to this is going to be an out-and-out happy ending per se, but I don't know. I just want the best for I just want the best for her. Dear God. It was set up in the previous episode, and it felt truthful to her character, the tragicness of it, and yeah, it was a thing. And then we kind of swing back to the Vera Krista situation. Krista gives in. You know, she's not going to let Vera hurt her, or more importantly, someone else. It's really when someone else comes into the equation, and that is the point of compromise for Krista, where she's like, I can't let this guy hurt this innocent person who has nothing to do with any of this. So that's the point where she gives up, which, you know, fair, you know. At that point, fair enough. But equally, you know, Elliot kind of puts together, this is a trap. I know this is a trap. I have to deal with this. It's a consequence of previous actions. I need to put an end to this. So that's what I'm thinking is in Elliot's head. Like, I need to solve this Vera situation. I need to do it now. So hopefully He's going for, what's my next move in this moment? Well, obviously it's to spring the trap and go from there. We hope. We shall see. I assume that will be next time, or maybe the time after that, depending on where they decide to explore first. They might choose to explore the Dom Darlene cliffhanger ending first, or they might explore the Elliot cliffhanger first. We'll see. Or both. They might do both. Who knows? Who knows? I just love that this show is so good at both doing, like I said, those more soft, gentle, kind of warm episodes, but then it can just turn a curve and it can do an episode that just knocks you. Like I say, my whole body just tense, not pleasant. Like, it's so well done. It's so well done. It's one of those things where you can't help but admire how good all the performances are, how well directed it is. Like, there's some really interesting shots in terms of making, you know, the characters look closer to one another than they actually are to help add to that intensity, all of that stuff. It gets to that point of one of those episodes which makes it hard to watch. And I don't mean that in terms of it's bad. It's just doing such an effective job of what it's setting out to do. It's like, ugh, you know what I mean? But yeah, I loved it. I did love it, despite the ness of it all. I thought it was really well done, and I'm fascinated to see where we go next. It's gonna be a time, that's for sure. We really need a win though. I mean, after last episode, we got a win technically. You know, Darlene and Elliot got a win. So it was only right for this show to come back round and be like, well, there's more problems to be had. That feels very Mr. Robot. So now I need another win, please. I need another win for the people I'm rooting for. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take one of those. John Wick Dom moment, please. Kill all of those people. Get them out. Get them out of there. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up. Helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this. And consider subscribing. All of that good stuff. And I could keep rambling. Is there anything else? Oh, there's links down below. That kind of stuff. But thank you for watching. Bye for now. I'll catch you on the next one.